Welcome back into Exit 99 Sports. As always, my name is Caleb Deloach, and today, welcome on a very special guest, Mr. Landon Watkins. Landon Watkins is going to be helping me break down today the Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament. That's what we're coming here to talk about. But, Landon, before we get into it, talk a little bit about yourself. So I know you're a Jackson alum originally, played baseball.
Yes, sir.
But now you're working in baseball. Where do you work at, and what all are you doing there?
So I'm the head coach at Woodland High School out in Marble Hill. I started coaching. Well, I went to Fontbonne University at high school to play baseball, and that program shut down. Well, the whole school shut down. And after that shut down, I decided to come back home and go to SEMO. And so once I came back to SEMO, I decided to get back into baseball by coaching, and I started at Jackson. And I coached at Jackson for about a year and a half. And I decided I was going to be a bullpen catcher for SEMO actually this year. And the day that I was going to meet with SEMO's assistant coach was a day that Tyler Qualls, the old Woodland baseball coach, messaged me on Facebook and asked if I'd be interested in being the head coach. So I went through that whole process with Mr. Layton, the athletic director at Woodland, and Sean Kinder, which is the basketball coach and principal there, and went through that process. And now we had a fall season, so that went pretty well. And now I'm excited to go for the spring season.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Tyler Qualls, also a very, very good baseball player.
Very good baseball player.
In school at Jackson, and then I guess quickly, what was that like at Fontbonne when just you're like, all right, I'm here, we're playing baseball, I'm going to college, and then the college is like, hey, we're about to not exist anymore. What was that like?
Yeah, we were at practice one day.
I genuinely can't even imagine what that was like.
It was like a random Monday morning, and I think one guy said he might have heard something, but nobody ever heard anything about anything going on. So we were at practice on a Monday. I think we just came back from a road trip to Kentucky or something like that, and we came back and we're at practice Monday, and the head coach wasn't there. We're like, okay, he was the assistant athletic director, so we're like, okay, just stuff's going on. He has a meeting, and then he calls our GA and he was like, hey, don't let them leave. No classes today. And we're like, what the heck's going on? So someone looked it up on their phone, and then we found out the school was shutting down. So a lot of emotions going on for the seniors and everything. And for the freshmen and sophomores, it was very what do we do now? Yeah. It was they announced they're going to be open for one more year after that year. But for the freshmen like me, and a couple of my friends, we were we have no idea what to do. They said we could treat it like a JUCO. We could just transfer out. They would help us with whatever we needed. Yeah. So it was kind of a whole process. But God does things for a reason. So I think there's a reason that I'm here right now. And I'm also a coach for the Aces as well. And I started doing lessons at this hat right here, SEMO Diamond Academy. It's out in Jackson now, and really enjoying just teaching kids how to play baseball and have fun while doing it as well.
Cool, yeah. So, well, that's good, Landon, because I might need you to come talk about baseball when we get closer to baseball.
Sounds good to me.
Because I try to watch as much baseball around here as possible. The games start too early. Okay?
I agree.
I know you need sunlight and things.
Yeah.
A lot of places don't have lights. I have a job.
I get it. I totally get it.
But yeah, so like we said earlier, Landon's here to talk about the Christmas tournament, Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament. We've got 3 of the 4 main teams to talk about here: Cape, Jackson, Notre Dame, all involved. And it's been around now for a very, very long time. You kind of have a consistent group of teams now for most all of my memory, most all of what I can recall at this point. It's been the same field. You got the 4 SEMO conference teams that always come in as kind of the favorites, and like I said, during the time I've watched in my life, I can remember since early 2000s, I guess, it's been a rotating cast of small schools that are good. You've had, Will Bogan and Nick Nimchek at Bell City were unbelievable. You've got guys, Scott County had a run where they had, insane groups, Otto Porter Jr., things like that. During my lifetime, then just other teams popping up here and there for a couple of years. Advance a few years back.
Huge fan of Advance with Armani.
State title run. Orion went on a state title run. Yeah. There's been a lot of small schools who've consistently made jumps up into it. And this year, just quick overview of it. I'm really excited. Obviously, you have the SEMO conference teams there as always, but the small schools this year are pretty dang good. Like this is one of the, as far as just like depth of good basketball teams, this is one of the deeper tournaments that I've seen.
For sure. Yeah, I was telling someone today this is probably the best Christmas tournament that I've witnessed in my lifetime. Like he was saying, like there's been some teams here and there that have jumped off the chart a little bit for 2-3 years here and there. Advance was one of them. Like you said, Orion won a couple state titles, well, maybe one here and there. But yeah, I think this year, just looking at it, I mean, there's 8 teams that could compete for. I mean, maybe not the championship, but that third place game, maybe even the championship for some of them.
Yeah, like you said, top 8 especially, anybody could beat anybody in the top 8, and it wouldn't be a overwhelming surprise.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think the way we're going to go about it, we're going to go 1 through 16, talk about the teams here, give whatever preview, a little bit of a preview, try to keep it somewhat brief. Like I said, I cover Jackson games, so like I can sit here and talk about Jackson a long time if you let me, but yeah, Landon, we can jump into it. Start with the number 1 seed, who is Jackson. It makes sense, right? They're a Class 6 school. They come in, they're 7-1.
Yeah.
Class 6 District 1. They're playing really, really well. They look good. I mean, what do you know about Jackson?
I mean, they're young. I love how they're playing this year. I mean, I didn't expect them to be as good as they have been so far. I mean, coming into this year, you lose Cole Deck, who's, I mean, scored 1,000 points in 2 years basically, which is unheard of at Jackson. And I mean, I knew John was good. I mean, I played with his older brother Clayton for a long time in many different sports. I mean, my sister's in this a senior this year, so I mean, I've heard of this class a little bit, but not too much. Like especially Will Thomas and Ty Forrest, I've kind of heard of here and there. But I mean, guys like Drew Respondick are starting to get a lot of minutes, and I mean, it's fun to watch. I mean, I really didn't expect them to be this good, but
yeah, they look really good. I mean, it's been pretty consistent since Coach Toma took over. They're led by the defense. I interview Coach Brownsburg, the assistant coach, after every game on the radio. And we talk about the same thing every single night, pretty much. The defense always shows up. The defense has been playing well all season thus far. I mean, they're allowing 43.9 points a game, and that's against some decent teams. I mean, they face Sykeston already, a Sykeston team that's putting up 80 on everybody they play, except they only scored 55 against Jackson. Yeah. That is Jackson's lone loss. I mean, they held Rockwood Summit to 54. They held Poplar Bluff to 53. They held Cape to 26.
Yeah.
That helps out the average. They held Dexter to 43. They just went to Festus and held them to 45. I mean, the defense has been, really special, Landon. That's going to be, I mean, that's what I assume is going to end up being a big reason that they can make a run here.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, you'll see teams that are scoring a lot of points on average so far, but I think Jackson will. I mean, Coach Toma and Coach Brownsburg are going to have a great game plan together for whoever they play. I mean, I have a bunch of respect for Coach Toma. I played for him growing up, and I mean, he's always been a great coach, a phenomenal coach. And Coach Brownsburg is the same way. I mean, the way he scouts games and scouts opponents is just unheard of. I mean, especially at the high school level, I love watching them match up against these good teams and hold their own for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned some of them, key players there, Will Thomas and Ty Forrest are the only 2 seniors on the roster. So, like you said, they're a young or inexperienced team. I mean, even Will and Ty, both those guys played some last year on the varsity, but very sparingly.
Yeah.
And they've already come out this year. Both of them are averaging double figures. Jory Toma's in double figures, averaging a game. Obviously, he was probably one of the focal point of guys coming back from last year. He's the leading returning scorer from last year's team, and also, not to mention, an all-state wide receiver.
Right.
Pretty good athlete.
Great receiver.
And John Ernston, obviously, another kid who's going to get a lot of focus because he is 6'8", and he's only 15 or 16. Yeah. And so he's a really good player. He doesn't always score a ton. I think he did lead him in scoring against Festus. I think he had 16 the other night. One of his bigger scoring nights he's had. But he just plays high IQ basketball. Like, he passes well because he gets double teamed a lot consistently. He passes out of the post well. They play through him at the high post a lot. He finds cutters. He's a good passer. Pretty good ball handler for his size. He has some turnover problems here and there. But, I mean, he blocks shots well on help. I mean, he's going to be taller than every single player in the tournament. Actually, yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah.
I think he's the tallest kid in the tournament. So I mean, he like the other night he faced a kid that was 6'8" and probably outweighed him by 30 pounds at Festus, and he had 3, 4, 5 blocks on the kid. Wow. Held the kid who averaged 16 points a game to 3. So,
wow. Yeah,
so I mean, he's playing really, really well on both sides of the ball, and yeah, I mean, there's no reason I don't think Jackson shouldn't make a deep run.
No, yeah, for sure.
Now we get to number 2, which is the school you work at, and also the kind of maybe the talk of the tournament, honestly, is the 2 seed, the Woodland Cardinals. I don't have all the historical data, but I'm going to just the general assumption is probably the highest Woodland's ever been.
It's got to be
rated in the tournament, and for good reason. I mean, they're coming off the Final Four trip. They're unbelievable. They're 7-0. They're crushing everybody they play.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even close when they play people. I mean, they have 3 to 4 guys who can score 20 points, and it would not surprise you one bit. I mean, they're averaging 76.2 points per game, which is, for a Class 3 school, is phenomenal. I mean, they beat their first game was against Seymour, which I think they were down by 19 at one point and came back and won.
Yep.
And I mean, they beat Leopold 2 times. They beat Bernie's really good this year too, and then obviously Dexter as well. I mean, kids like Corbin Kinder, who even if he's not on shooting wise, I mean, he can facilitate the offense. He's a great leader, phenomenal leader. And then you got guys like Jackson Shock and Calvin Layton who can make 5 3-pointers a night, and you'd be like, sounds right.
Yeah. I mean, Corbin Kinder, one of the very best individual players in Southeast Missouri. He is. I mean, he's the definition of a coach's kid, but also unbelievably talented. So he does all the little things. He makes all the right plays. You know, he directs the offense. He's a good passer. Like you said, whenever he against Dexter, he really struggled shooting the ball, but it didn't matter.
No.
He made big plays. He plays unbelievably physical defense.
Yes.
And that's kind of, the Woodland team as a whole. You mentioned, Kinder, Shock, Layton, the big 3 out on the perimeter. And this is a team that lost, Lane Lee off last year's team, who was a kid who also averaged like 20 points a game. And they're still as good as they are. I mean, Coach Kinder has been unbelievable since taking over there. They lean on the outside shot quite a bit. They're going to take a lot of threes. If they're making their outside shots, they're going to blow people out.
For sure. I mean,
so you said it. Ugly. Like, even if they're not hitting shots, like they struggled against Dexter the other day at times, especially early when they fell behind, and they were able to fight, claw back. They played relentless defense. They can pressure when they need to, but yeah, I mean, they're just they play basketball at a very high level, and I mean, they're in the bottom half of the bracket. That I mean,
it's huge.
There's some open run lanes, but there's some really good teams in the bottom half of the bracket. But I mean, I feel like at this point, there's a lot of people who maybe think Woodland is the best team in the tournament.
For sure. I mean, they're very easy to root for, and that's not just me saying that because I work there now. I mean, my senior year was Corbin Kinder's freshman year. I mean, that's when I noticed him like right away. I mean, he is a lot of fun to watch. He's a great kid. I mean, I think all the kids at Woodland, I mean, they're just fun to watch. I mean, they play hard, they play fast, and I mean, the community that support there is awesome as well. So I mean, they're very easy to root for, and I mean, they're coming in as the team to beat. Other than Jackson, of course.
Yeah, I mean, they're a hot shooting team. They're relentless on defense. And you mentioned, we talked about Corbin Kinder, the stud, all-around player. Jackson Shock, former Jackson kid.
That's right.
I watched a lot of Jackson Shock JV basketball a couple years ago. I mean, he's one of the streakiest kids in Southeast Missouri. Yeah. If he gets like on a heater, he's going to start taking just other area code threes in people's face. He's going to tell you that he's making threes in your face. And he's very, very fun to watch. Calvin Layton, maybe the opposite in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But Calvin Layton, huge night the other night against Dexter, coming in clutch, hitting those late free throws. And then, inside, they don't have a lot of size. If there's anything that's going to be an issue, is just the size overall. But, you got guys that compete. Peyton Meek was on the team last year. Cameron McCormick inside, really, really strong physical kid. He had some big games as well.
Yeah.
Like if he matches up against a team who also doesn't have anybody over 6'2", he can dominate inside.
Yeah.
They ran into a very good Cape team that was playing really well last year and kind of got blown out in this tournament. But there's not a team on that half the bracket right now that has that kind of size, length, athleticism, playing at that level. And so, yeah, I mean, Woodland's nasty. You mentioned the win at Bernie where they pretty much controlled the game, won by double digits. That's a huge win.
That's
Bernie
a good win. Yeah, they are. They're very good at basketball.
So Woodland's very, very dangerous. I have high expectations.
I 100% agree.
The 3 seed. Now this is the ultimate question mark team. Cape Central. Cape Central's a 3 seed. They're behind Woodland. If you said that in a vacuum, if you said that 4 years ago, I would think you were under the influence. Cape Central is 3-5. They're in Class 5, District 1. They're a big school. You know, they're averaging 54 points a game. They're giving up 56 points a game. Why are they here? It's because of the health of Tyshandra Edwards. We don't know what's going on with Tyshandra Edwards necessarily. We don't know if he's playing. They had the seed meeting, and that was what covered. You know, Southeast Missourian guys said, "Hey, I think the news was there is no news." So we don't know if Tyshandra Edwards is playing for Cape. They can beat anybody in South
for sure, and they're dangerous.
When Tyshandra Edwards is not playing, it gets clunky.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not playing, they could probably lose to. I'd say all the way to Kelly, honestly. I think it would be a close game with Kelly, but I don't know if that's crazy to say, but, I mean, without him, they have not looked good at all. I mean, I think they only lost to Jeff City by 4 or 5 the other day.
Yeah, they played a competitive game against Jeff City. I mean, it feels like maybe it's starting to come around a little bit for some of the guys. I mean, they have, the pieces around. They have good pieces, right? They've got Goliath Morris Young inside. Goliath Morris Young is probably one of, if not the best athletes in the entire tournament. He's 6'4", long, can get off the ground quickly, super strong kid. Inside, he's going to be a problem for most every team. But you got him, and you just got a lot of inexperience around him. It's kind of the big issue.
Right.
You lose, the starting backcourt, Mateo Rivers and Marquez Mills from last year, who did a lot. There's no Antonio Sims. I don't know. No Antonio Sims. So you lose. At the moment, with no Tyshandra Edwards, you've got 4 out of 5 starters are gone. And you've replaced them with, Josie Seaball, who I like a lot, but he's a 9th grader.
Right.
Landon Coney, who's really, really good, and I like him a lot, but he's a 9th grader. You got Brayon Clemens, Martavian Robinson, guys who didn't play any varsity minutes last year, who are really, really good athletes. We saw them play football. But, they haven't played in these moments like this against SEMO conference teams, things like that, like they've already faced. And it's been an issue at times. They struggled mightily after Edwards got hurt in the SEMO conference tournament. I mentioned that third place game, Jacksonville, 26
points. That was an ugly watch.
Insane. I mean, the Dexter game was almost as painful. I did a color commentary in that game, and they didn't score for the first 4. Neither team scored the first 4 minutes of that ball game. They got held to 42 points.
Did Tysandre play that game?
No, he got hurt early against New Madrid.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, Landon. Like you said, if Tyshandra is playing, they can make a run.
Yeah.
If he's not playing, it's going to be tough.
It is. It really is. Especially with looking a little bit ahead and seeing who is waiting for them in the second round. It could get interesting without Tyshandra for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, there's good pieces. There's good athletes. They're going to have size. I mean, they're going to be a lot bigger than a lot of teams that can play anywhere on the tournament, right? I mean, you've got Jathan Spain inside. I mentioned Goliath Morris Young. You got Deshaun Sims inside. I mentioned, Robinson, Clemens are going to be tough for most teams to play against. And then, I said, I like the young kids a lot. Gregory Nesby is a sophomore who I really, really like as well. But yeah, they just got to find the flow of the offense more than anything. And it kind of came together a little bit against Jeff City. I mean, they scored a lot of points, getting downhill, getting fouled, and getting to the free throw line, which helped. But yeah, they just got to find shots, manufacture offense, find new ways.
I mean, I think Coach Frazier will do a good job of getting a game plan together without Tysandre. I mean, I don't know a team that can stop Goliath, honestly. I mean, maybe like John Ernst, but other than that, I don't know if anyone can stop Goliath. So, I mean, he might average 20, 25 points a game, but
yeah. And they're going to play. I mean, Coach Frazier, they're going to play great defense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So, Cape is a mystery. So we'll talk about it here in a little bit at the end, whenever we get to kind of predictions, things like that. But yeah, Cape's a real mystery. I mean, like you said, Tyshandra, at the time he got hurt, he was averaging 30 points a game.
Yeah.
He's 6'7". He can score from all 3 levels, left-handed. He can guard all 5 positions. I mean, he's one of the best. He might be the best individual player in Southeast Missouri.
Yeah.
So,
That'd be crazy,
he averages 30 points a game, but he is like a 30 point per game difference, literally.
No, for sure.
Team, because he does, those guys looked really good early in the season because they had looks because everybody's focused on Tyshondre, but without him, it gets a lot harder. And then another team that's, had dealing with maybe inexperience at times and youth, Notre Dame, the 4 seed. They're Class 4 team, SEMO Conference team. They come in 3-4. It's a little bit of feast or famine for Notre Dame. They have played some tough teams, Sykeston twice, and they've got blown out. And then, maybe they play some teams more in their weight class, and they've had a lot of success. So, I mean, they're kind of could go either way as well, Landon.
For sure. I mean, they beat Bluff. They looked really, really good against Bluff. And I mean, even when they played Charleston, they looked really good too. I think how you're talking about Woodland a while ago. I mean, if they make shots, they're going to be hard to beat.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they're cold, I mean, it could be a night where they'll be easy to beat. I mean, they played Farmington, and I think they were winning at one point.
Right.
And then I think they just kind of got cold from 3. And I mean, even against Sykeston the second time, they were, I think, close at halftime. Maybe
it was a close game at halftime.
And then Kobe Thomas decided to make 10 3-pointers.
Kobe Thomas just scored like 40 points, which
so I mean,
makes your life difficult. But also, the other way, they do have to figure out a way to stop a Kobe Thomas.
Yeah, because I mean, they're allowing 61 points a game, which honestly, Notre Dame doesn't usually do that very much. Right. I mean, they're usually up in your face. That matchup zone, I mean, even when I played basketball, it was the hardest thing to play against. I mean, it's hard to play against. So they don't have as much experience as other teams, maybe, but I mean, they're a big school, so I think those sophomores are going to step up for them big time.
Yeah, it's, that's a group of kids I really like. I talk about them a lot. These are kids I've watched play basketball for most of their life, and that's who it's going to go through. And maybe more so, it might even be understated how important Cole Adams is in particular. So I was looking up the stat from their game against Farmington. So they lost by 22 to Farmington. Cole Adams was in the game. They were winning. Cole Adams picked up 2 fouls early, and he goes out. Farmington goes on a 17-0 run to come out of the game.
Wow.
He comes back in the game. They claw their way back into the game, make it a close ball game. He fouls out with 3:31 left in the game, and then Farmington goes on a 21-3 run. So, yeah, 38-3. Whenever he's on the bench with foul trouble,
that's promising though for them. And that shows them if he stays out of foul trouble, they can hang with probably anybody. Yeah. I mean, Farmington's a good program. Yeah. So
I like you mentioned that sophomore group, Cole Adams, Braden Robert, especially. They've stood out. But I mean, all those kids, they've all played really, really well here early on. Dylan Rubel is a guy I want to see, keep progressing. He's a really, really good knockdown shooter. He's like 6'6". So I want to keep seeing him do more, even with the basketball. Keep seeing what else he can do. But yeah, I mean, they've got guys. There's another team. They only have 2 seniors on the entire roster. They graduated 10 kids. So
which is crazy.
I mean, there's a whole new group of guys kind of making an impact for the first time.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I'm high on Notre Dame. I mean, they're the 4 seed. So that we're about to talk about, they're going to, if they win their first round game, they're immediately going to be matching up with the 5 seed Charleston, who's a team we saw them play. And like you mentioned, there seems to be a type of team that they really struggle with, which is, teams that are long and athletic, which who among us also doesn't struggle to play basketball against. Like they played St. Mary Southside, they lost by 31. They played Sykeston, they lost by 38. They played Sykeston again, they lost by 30 the other night.
Yeah, it was 30, yeah.
And so, I get it. They lost by 20 to Farmington because Cole Adams was in foul trouble, I guess, but they beat a pretty good Poplar Bluff team. Yeah. I like the Poplar Bluff team a little bit. I think they're pretty talented. They beat them by 5. They beat Charleston 68-59. But like you said, the big key for this team, they're a make shots team. I think they have to hit shots to be successful. And I think if the shots are not falling, they're going to have some problems. They do. I mean, they can pressure you. They got up pressure teams in the SEMO Conference Tournament. They had some success turning over Bluff, turning over Charleston. But we'll see. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah. I mean, I'm really optimistic, but they are really young. And so
they are
prone to some issues striking them. And then we mentioned Charleston, team that Notre Dame beat, the 5 seed. down in Class 2, District 3, which is still kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
I grew up with Charleston being a Class 4 team at times and Class 3 team. Now they're in Class 2. They're 4-3. They're a team that can give up points as well. They're giving up 61 per game on the season, but they do score 67. They're coached by Jamarcus Williams. Very, very good coach. Obviously a championship coach. And Charleston's always a team who, Landon, they can beat a lot of people on any given night.
For sure. I mean, they beat Dexter by, I think it was 10. They beat Festus by 20. I mean, they can hang with anybody. I mean, they're led by Trayshawn Shandon. I think yeah. And DK Williams as well. I mean, I think they're both averaging about 14, 15 points a game. I mean, I think Trayshawn hit how many? I think he had like 5 or 6 threes.
He had a million.
He
had a million against Festus.
Yeah, Festus, that's who it was, yeah.
I think as a team they hit 10. I assume he had 5 of them.
Yeah, I think he had 5, yeah. But I mean,
I think he hit all 5 of them in the first quarter. He was just coming down hitting threes and just yelling at everybody in Festus. It was one of the funniest first quarters I've watched in my life.
But I think, they're gonna be up in your face. I think they're gonna be very physical, and I don't know if the smaller schools can be able to handle that, honestly. I think they will be able to, but I think they will be they play really well in transition, and I think depending on who they're matched up with, that could help them or they could not help them out at all. So, I think that they are a team to watch because I think they can make a deep run, but at the same time, they can also get bounced pretty early if they're not careful. Especially with their defense.
Yeah, they're streaky. They do rely on the 3 a little bit. Trayshawn Shandon will shoot his fair share. DK Williams will shoot his fair share. I've been really impressed. Trinez Lane, his progression this season. He was a little bit of a, he was third, fourth option for him a lot of times last year. He's a really quick kid, super athletic with the ball in his hands, good lead guard at Charleston. And if he gets going, if you let him get downhill, there's going to be a problem. I like what they have. I like what they can do. And it wouldn't surprise me to see them in a semifinal making life difficult on Jackson.
Oh, for sure.
If you let them hit shots, they're going to be a tough out.
Yeah.
They could beat anybody in the tournament if they're hitting shots. And so I do like this Charleston team a little bit. They're a team that brought back a lot from last season. They lost Deshaun Henderson inside, big kid who was, a big difference maker. He's a tough mismatch inside. Yeah. So they've kind of been trying to find their way. Like DK Williams is a big kid. But he's not a big, low post guy whatsoever. He's not doing a lot of work. He's not doing a lot of his work around the rim per se. He does like to shoot a lot of corner threes, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're a team who, like we keep saying, if them and Notre Dame, I feel like they are pretty similar.
Yeah, I agree. They both rely on the 3-pointer a lot, and they could hold you to 20 or 30 points a game, but they could also allow 50 to 60 points a game, 70 points.
If you get them into a foot race, it could get high scoring.
Yeah, but if you play into what they want to do, it could be a 45 to 40 game. Either way.
So, yeah, I like Charleston. They're an interesting top of the bracket. You've got 3 SEMO conference teams, upper half the bracket. So it could make for a very interesting, second round, semifinal, and 5th place bracket.
Yeah.
In the 6th slot, a team that also I feel like a lot of people are pretty high on. I feel like, people say this talks to, I think, the depth of the tournament, maybe not the top end talent of the tournament. I think this season there's not, kind of like last year, there's not just like a team that's just so much, or a few teams that it's just are going to kill everybody. Where, Scott City's a 6 seed. It's like, hey, we're being underrated here as a 6 seed. But even then, you're like, but, Charleston, Notre Dame, who are you going to jump ahead here? You could be ahead of both of those teams theoretically. But Scott City looks pretty good, Landon.
They do. They're 4-1 so far. They average 77 points a game, which is phenomenal. And those aren't teams against, those aren't bad teams they're playing against. They beat New Madrid by 20, 30.
Yeah.
They beat Kelly pretty handedly. Their only loss is to Farmington by 8, which, that Farmington loss, if you look at it, is kind of concerning since, Jackson did beat them by 10. So, if people are high on them, I think that I wanted that game to be a little bit closer. But I know that Jackson Gloth is returning, I think. I think he was hurt.
I think he was out for that ball game.
Okay, so, that might be.
I think he might have come back against New Madrid.
Okay. Well, their offense is, if they get hot, that Max Snyder kid, if he... last year against Notre Dame, I think what do you have, like 7 3-pointers or something like that? I mean, that was one of the most fun games I've ever watched in a Christmas tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, they bring a lot of energy. They're coached well. I mean, they lost Kobe Watson, who's going to be a big loss for them, but I think with Jackson Gloth and Max Snyder leading the way, and I think they have the Braden Walton kid too. I mean, those 3 kids alone might keep them in any game that they play in, honestly.
Yeah, and they're coached by Mark Dannemuller. He has been there now for, I think, 20 years.
It's been a while.
He's the all-time leading wins coach-wise there at Scott City. And yeah, I mean, I really, really like the team a lot. I mean, last year they were so much fun, like you said. All season long, in the tournament, they were a ton of fun. They destroyed Notre Dame. Then they played, I mean, one of the more entertaining games of the tournament against Jackson.
Very tight
game. And then they played a very, maybe the most fun game of the entire tournament, the third-place game against Woodland.
Woodland, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're just really talented. They lose Kobe Watson, who was the biggest kid, the leading scorer on last year's team. He was a 3-level scorer. He was a lot of fun to watch. He was kind of the difference maker, I feel like. He's a kid that could have been a starter on a SEMO conference team.
Yeah.
And so that's a big loss. It was Jalen Rulo, starting point guard.
Yeah.
He kind of ran the show. Really good, defensive point guard as well. But yeah, the pieces they brought back were a lot of guys who were young last year that really showed out, especially in this tournament for a lot of people where they kind of broke out. You mentioned Braden Walton. Braden Walton, good size, strong kid, can get downhill, can score inside, also a very, very good shooter. That's a big – I mean, this team can shoot the ball too.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of the way things are nowadays. A lot of teams can shoot the ball, or a lot of teams rely on the 3 at times, which I always joke about. I graduated in 2013, and there's we had shooters on the team. There was 2 kids that were allowed to take threes when I was in high school. And so, I mean, now it's just
everybody can shoot.
Shoots. We would have never played again if we shot a step back three.
And now it's every possession.
That would have also been a travel.
Yeah.
Just new world. But yeah, Braden Walton can shoot it. He's a big kid. Caden Lowry can be as good as anybody whenever he is playing at a high level. He's super talented, 3-level scorer. Max Snyder is an elite defender outside. He looks bigger than he was last year. I watched him play a couple games. He's 6'3" plus now, I think.
Oh, wow.
He looks bigger than he was a year ago. And yeah, Jackson Gloth is just a phenomenal multi-sport athlete, obviously, for the Rams football team. And when he is healthy, if he is going to be healthy here for this tournament, he's going to make a big difference. I mean, he's an elite defender. He can score. And yeah, I mean, when they're healthy, they're going to be tough out. I mean, you alluded to it earlier. There's a real chance that they're in the semifinals.
Yeah, for sure. And that, I mean, looking at a Woodland Scott City semifinal possibly, I mean, that could be a very, very entertaining game to watch for sure.
Yeah, and their win against New Madrid really impressed me. New Madrid's not a bad team.
Yeah, I mean they
their
took
record is not very good, but I mean they look all right. Jaden Williams is a phenomenal.
I mean they took Cape with Tysandre down to the last quarter. Yeah. I mean it was a close game.
I was really, really impressed by that win. So
yeah,
Scott City's very, very good. I'm going to be interested to see what they can do. We might be talking about an upset later.
Yeah, possibly.
So on the 7 line, once again, just talking about how good this tournament is. I mean, it's crazy. Bell City is the 7th seed. They are 6-1.
6-1.
They won the Oran Invitational.
Yeah.
Bell City is good at basketball.
They are.
They're the 7th seed.
They are.
This tournament is loaded.
It is.
What all do you have on Bell City?
So they've got wins against Leopold, which I mean, great win for them. Chaffee, Advance, Scott County Central, who are all in this tournament. Their only losses to Bernie. I like watching. I mean, they're averaging 60 points a game, but I mean, I think that they are a team that takes long possessions, grinds you down. I mean, they wear you down the entire game. I mean, they are very physical. They slow the game down to what they want to play in. I mean, they allow 48 points a game. I mean, they're led by Jake Asher and Juan Hernandez, which Juan Hernandez has been one of my favorite players to watch for the last 3 years. So and Jake Asher's a phenomenal athlete too. I know he's a pretty good pitcher in baseball. Okay. So Juan Hernandez and Jake Asher leading the way for them. I think that they are also going to be a fun team to watch. I think the one stipulation with them will be, depending on who they play, if they can't slow them down, it's going to get out of hand quick for them because I think they want to play their game. And if a team like Woodland comes along and wants to play fast against them, I don't know if they'll handle that fast pressure tempo. But, I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like Bell City a lot. This is a fun team. I mean, and it's like for somebody in my shoes of, if you are not old enough or if you weren't around for the fact that Bell City was amazing at one point in time. They had Will Bogan, who's 7 foot tall and was as talented as anybody in the country. Nick Nimchek, who was unbelievable at SEMO. Like, that team did exist. And then since that time period, I mean, it has been a very, very tough go for Bell City. I mean, you look at their records year after year. They haven't had a winning season since 2016. Wow. So they have an opportunity to break that streak now. I mean, but you look at that 2016, they went 14-11. In that, like, between then and now, I mean, there was 2 seasons with 0 wins.
Yeah, so I remember them being a 16 seed a couple of years and like 109-7 in the first round or something crazy like that.
Wins. 1 season with 1 win, 5 wins, 8 wins. I mean, I give all the credit in the world to Coach Luke Bixler over there. I mean, what he's doing with Bell City is awesome. It's really, really fun to see. And yeah, I do hope they go out. They went 500 last year, 14-14, and I hope they're able to get over the hump, have the winning record this year. You mentioned Juan Hernandez. Juan Hernandez can score with just about anybody in the tournament. Yeah. He's a phenomenal guard. He can shoot it from every level. He does not need a lot of space to get a shot off. And then inside, I really like Cale Richardson.
Yes, I meant to say that name too. Yeah. Also phenomenal baseball player.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. He's committed to Jeffco.
Like 200-pound kid. Like, I mean, he is a strong, strong physical kid. He's going to be very physical inside. If he's able to stay out of foul trouble, I think they're going to have a success. But yeah, I mean, they play tough man-to-man defense. They've shown. I watched some games where they play 1-2-2 press, and then drop back in the man or zone. They change things up. Luke Bixler, really, really good coach. Sure. Like you mentioned, Hernandez is the head of the snake, left-handed kid. So, I mean, if a team can shut him down, I think it's gonna have trouble. Which you saw them jump up in, weight class a little bit. They played at Bernie. They got blown out.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty bad.
But Bell City is a Class 1 team.
Yeah,
and for what they are, or being a Class 1 team, I am very, very high on them. At least, like I said, relative. I mean, to the last 15 years, especially. Like, this is an unbelievable Bell City team, and like the fact that they are a 7 seed really just shows how pretty solid the tournament is.
I mean, I think that Bernie game really. Well, it kind of shows like if a team speeds them up and is fast paced, it could get out of hand. But I think them playing that before the tournament, I think that'll honestly help them out a little bit because they know now, like if this team speeds us up, how we can handle it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I'm hoping they are able to adjust. And you look at the bracket, they're going to have a rematch in the first round of a game they've already played. Last year they did win their first round matchup then as well. They beat Meadow Heights. They went on. They then lost their next 2 games. They got blown out by Cape Central and Charleston, but making progress in the right direction. Going 500, they won a game a year ago, and now this year coming in 6-1 as a 7 seed. Gonna be tough to play against. Sure. Now you jump back up, 8 seed Delta. Once again, the tournament is so deep. Delta, another Class 1 team. They're number 4 in Class 1 in most recent rankings. I don't know if I've referenced any of that yet here, but 7-0.
They're
Delta. I mean,
Delta Boys is 7-0.
Delta Boys is 7-0.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't too long ago where they had some really good seasons and they played fast, and things kind of fell off a cliff for a few years. But I mean, Landon, they're right back into being a super competitive small school team.
They are. They average 88 points per game, which is
insane number
for a Class 1 school. Is pretty legit. They've scored 100+ points twice. They beat Leopold, which is their first round matchup, which I think it'll be a really good first round matchup. They beat Meadow Heights by 30. They beat Scott County Central by 31. They beat Arcadia Valley, which is a very good win for them. I mean, Arcadia Valley is a very solid program. I mean, they have another Barry on their team. I think his name's Isaiah Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where all these Barrys are coming from, but they are phenomenal basketball players. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they're going to be a really fun watch and a team to honestly watch out for. I mean, I know they'll be matched up with Jackson if they win their first round game, but I mean, the only thing, they could make a run at the 5th place game or even take Jackson down to the wire, kind of like how Chaffee did last year.
Yeah. I think that's very, very possible. If you told me, fast forward to whatever that is, the 27th, and it's a single-digit ball game going into the 4th quarter between Jackson and Delta, I wouldn't be shocked.
No, yeah, for sure.
The Delta team's good. I mean, you mentioned they're 7-0. They average 88 points a game.
That's insane.
It's a lot of points. they went 1-2 in the tournament a season ago. They bring back a lot of these guys. They got blown. They kind of got run out of the gym by Notre Dame, but they knocked off Kelly, lost a close one to Oran, and Toby Heeb, Coach Heeb, his brother's the girls' coach. Yep. They do a lot of things similarly where they like to get up and down. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be pressure, whoever they're playing against. And you mentioned, they just beat Leopold by nearly 20 points.
Yeah.
So this is their first round matchup, and Leopold's a good team or a solid team. They bring back a couple kids that I like, but yeah, this Delta team's legit. Paxton Hornbuckle, phenomenal player. Ryan Jeffries, Isaiah Berry. The kids can get shot. All these kids can get hot, shoot the lights out. They have the ultimate green light.
Yeah.
They let them shoot from anywhere on the court. Ryan Jeffries last year in the tournament was phenomenal and entertaining. He was putting up shots from the ozone, hitting from everywhere. And you mentioned, they beat they beat Arcadia Valley, Leopold, or good teams.
It's not like they're playing cupcakes and scoring 100 points.
Yeah.
I think they beat Zalma by 70 or something like that. But, I think I saw a clip on TikTok today of a Delta kid dunking in a game, and it was honestly, I had to double check. I was like, is that Delta? I was like, there's no way that's Delta. And it was. I don't know if it was I might be mistaken. It might have been the Hornbuckle kid. I'm not totally sure. He ISO'd a kid at the top against Leopold, and he just right hand slammed. I was like, okay. They're gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be incredibly fun. It'll be interesting, that matchup. We talk about it maybe a little bit more later when we talk about the bracket, but them versus Jackson could be fun. And then even if they lose to Jackson, if they're playing Notre Dame or Charleston, whoever,
it's gonna be
you better watch out.
Yeah,
who they're playing against,
for sure,
because they can knock off either of them. Leopold, the team that Delta did just come off a win against, is the 9 seed. 3-4. Their only curse is having to play against Meadow Heights a bunch at the moment. They've lost to Meadow Heights a couple times. Outside of that, 3-4. They're another Class 1 District 2 team, so a lot of teams in that Class 1 District 2 here in the tournament. They're around 500, so their points per game 57, giving up 55. Coached by Jimmy Lincoln, been there now for several years. They bring back Preston Campbell, Tommy Beesink, from a team I liked a season ago. They graduate some boys off there, but they got third in the Woodland Invitational. They beat East Prairie in that, and it's kind of one way or the other. It kind of feels like they are probably properly seeded, where teams ahead of them seem pretty firmly better, whereas all the teams lower than them, I feel like they can beat.
Yeah, I don't think the record does them justice. Them being 3-4, they've lost to Woodland twice by 15 and 17. I think the 17-point game, Woodland was actually only up by 2 or 3 going into the fourth quarter. So it was a close game, and then they lost to Bell City by 5 and Delta by 17. So their 4 losses are against. All 4 of these teams are in the tournament, but they're all 4 pretty solid teams. They beat Greenville, who's a solid team. East Prairie is a solid team. And then, Zalma, at least they took care of business with Zalma. So I think that they could be, I like the first round matchup with Delta. I think that since they've already played, it'll help Leopold out. So I think that it'll be a closer game.
It's going to be tough to come back if you are Delta. Maybe.
Yeah.
If they have their head screwed on right, they might blow them out. But it is tough to play a team to come back and immediately have to play them again.
I think if Delta wins that game by 20 plus, I think a lot of heads are going to turn because, they just played them a week ago, and then if they go and beat them again by 20, I think Delta's going to be a hard beat. So.
Yeah. And this is Leopold. They won the consolation side of the bracket a year ago. They lost the first round to Woodland, then won close game after close game. They beat Scott County by 1. They won in overtime against Advance, won by single digits against Oran. So. They have some, they have tournament experience here playing on the big stage. And then Tennessee Chaffee, another good team, man.
Another good team.
5-2, Class 2, District 3. Chaffee's solid. They've got some really, really good individual kids.
They do. I have Roland Reichman, who I watched one of the games in are they in the Kelly Invitational or the Orion Invitational? The Orion Invitational, that's what I meant. And, I think he had 35 points, and it was a fun watch. They beat Oran by 15, Advance by 9. They beat Bloomfield, St. Vincent, and Scott County Central. And their only 2 losses are Bell City by 11 and East Prairie by 3. They average 65 points a game, allow 52. Nolan Fowler's a fun watch too. Him and Roland Reichman, they just kind of control the show there. And a 10 seed being this good, I don't know if I've ever seen a 10 seed being this good.
So many teams
they're phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
And they play Bell City, who, like you said a while ago, is a rematch of that tournament championship. And I think it was an 11-point game, which I think Bell City's going to have a close game against them in the first round, honestly.
Yeah. this is a game that could go either way potentially. I mean, Jaffe is good. Nolan Fowler is a very, very good player individually. And the one thing that impressed me, so they average 65 points a game, only giving up 52, coached by Josh Gavreau. And, I mean, they have a great guard combo in Fowler and McMullen. They have really good size for, Class 2 team for a 10 seed. Most all the kids that come out there on the court are all 6 foot to 6'4". So they have good size. Reichman, Estes inside, both have good size for them. Dane McMullen, I mean, especially in that Oregon Invitational, kind of broke out, turned some heads as far as being a basketball player. He's a really good baseball player.
Yes, he is.
He was averaging 30 a game.
I meant Dane McMullen a while ago, not Roland Reichman, by the way. I meant Dane. Those two I get confused a lot. So
yeah, I mean Dane was unbelievable in the tournament. Nolan kind of struggled early on in the season, keep going, but I mean, if you get both those kids hot, I mean, Nolan Fowler, took it to Jackson last year and made that a very competitive game last season.
I think he guarded Cole Deck the whole game, which is,
yeah.
I mean, I think he not shut him down, but I mean, I think he limited him for sure.
Yeah. And so, I mean, he's got good size. He's a 6'3" guard. A year ago we mentioned it. They beat Oran. They were in the 8 and 9 game. They lost to Jackson by 11, but they held Jackson to 49.
Yeah.
Then they played another close game against Notre Dame. They lost that 54-46 in the tournament. So, yeah, I mean, this Jaffe team, I mean, they're very good.
They are.
Once again, I'm going to say it 1,000 times. Like, this team being a 10 seed in this tournament is pretty crazy.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, to beat St. Vincent, they beat
a good win.
Bloomfield by 30.
Yeah, I mean,
They beat a good Advance team, who we'll talk about now. Advance is the 11 seed, also in Class 2 District 3 with Charleston and with Chaffee, and also Bernie, also Luxacone.
Insane district, yeah.
In the state. I mean, they're an 11 seed. They're 3-3. They're a team that I like a lot. I don't know how they'll do in the tournament here. They're 11 seed, matched up, Scott City first round. Going to be a tough matchup, but I mean, after that, I expect them to beat potentially Meadow Heights, whoever. But 3-3, they are averaging 55. They're giving up 60. They're coached by Ethan Barr. Shout out Ethan Barr. Kid was a beast in the post back in the day. And they've got, a talented team, pretty decently sized team. They've got every person last name Rogers in the tournament roster as well.
No kidding.
Hunter Rogers, good player. Brody
Rogers.
Rogers looks like another kid who's grown a couple inches since I think I was listening to the broadcast of the Oren Invitational. They said he was 6'6".
Oh wow.
Drake Ford, really, really good player. I mean, once again, for an 11 seed, I like the advanced.
Yeah. And they have another Jackson kid, Caleb Henson, who also went to Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're good. They beat Westwood Baptist in that tournament, Richland and Bloomfield. And honestly, their losses really aren't that bad. They lost to Chaffee by 9, Bell City by 8.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost to Puxico by 33. But, I mean, if you don't lose to Puxico by 33, you're legit. So, I mean, I think Advance is – I mean, they have Jameson Hamlin as well, who's also a pretty good athlete, another good baseball player too. I mean, I think, again, another good 11 seed who could – I mean, when you get to the consolation side, if they don't beat Scott City, I mean, they could make some noise in there for sure.
Yeah, so they could be in the consolation championship.
For sure.
That surprised me.
Yeah.
And, this is a team that's building off of they've had this is a program that's been really, really good for most, since I've been in high school, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you look up and down the years, they spent most years winning 20-plus games. They've gone to Final Fours a decade ago. I mean, even in the time since then, they've won 20 games several times. They've had a little bit of a lull, right? They won 6 games 2 years ago, 7 games last year. They're looking to get back to where they were. And, I'm optimistic. They have a good coaching staff, young coaching staff. Coach Bard coached the girls for a couple years when they started their program. They got Jack Ballou on the coaching staff. That was a kid who could really score some points. Last year, they lost to Cape in the first round. They beat Meadow Heights, then lost to Leopold in overtime. So, I mean, I don't know if they're going to win I don't think they're going to win the first round game, but if you told me that they're playing on day 4, I would not be surprised.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think they could make some noise in that consolation championship.
So in the 12 spot, you've got Kelly. Landon, what do you know about Kelly?
Kelly is, I mean, they are very young. They have a lot of young kids. They graduated a lot. I mean, the last 3 years, I know they had Ross Peters last year who would average 30, 35 points a game. And even before that, they had Dalton Fork, Michael Dollins. I mean, those were fun teams coached by Coach Trimmer, who is one of the best coaches in Southeast Missouri history, I think. I mean, I think their 4 losses are Richland by 2, Westwood Baptist by 2, and Crowersville by 6, who has a good basketball program. I mean, they lost to Scott City by 19. I mean, I think that they beat Scott County Central twice, and they beat Perryville in triple overtime the other day, I saw. Yep. So I think, I mean, they got some good kids. They're very young, inexperienced, but I think that they can hang with almost anybody, I think. I mean, they're a good 12 seed, but I think their inexperience might hurt them a little bit, but I think that them being young also could help them out a little bit too.
Yeah, now they're coached by Devin Hiring. Yeah. You mentioned it. I mean, the question mark, there's no more Ross Peters. You can't say go score every possession for us anymore. So we'll see how that comes up here on a big stage with a lot of guys who may be a little inexperienced being the man on a big stage. I mean, it'll be a tough first-round matchup, obviously, to play Charleston. But I mean, they're averaging 60 points a game.
Yeah.
I mean, the offense is definitely working. And, you mentioned they're close. They keep losing a lot of, single-digit ball games. Yeah. You just feel like if they just keep that.
Right there.
They're right there. Yeah, they just take another step forward.
Yeah.
Could make some noise, especially once they do get to potentially that consolation side. Mm-hmm. And then teams that they could be matching up against on the consolation side, 0-5 Oran, number 13 seed. Not something you see a lot out of Oran. What do you have on the Eagles? Yeah,
like you said, they're 0-5, and honestly, I mean, most of their losses have not been pretty either. I mean, they only lost to Risco by 6, which Risco is a very, very solid team. Yeah, so I mean, I think they've shown that they can hang with the good teams, but I mean, they also lost to Chaffee by 15. They lost to Westwood Baptist by 12, Scott City by 31, and even East Prairie by 30. So I mean, I think I haven't seen Orion be this low in a while. I don't think. I mean, they might have been low last year, but I mean, I always know that Coach Shoemaker, when he was over there, I don't know if they ever were under a 10 seed, honestly.
No, and so most of the time he was there. I mean, they were in that winner side of the bracket pretty consistently.
And it seems like their defense is on. I don't know if they don't have a lot of size or what, but I know that, I mean, Cole Diebold's averaging almost 18 points a game, so I don't think their offense is a problem, but I mean, they're allowing 76 to 77 points a game. So it's, I mean, I think their defense, if they can figure that out, I mean, they might be able to hang with some teams, but I think they're, especially matched up with Notre Dame in the first round, I don't know how well they'll match with them, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, this was a team last year that was really competitive in this tournament. They lost to Chaffee in the first round by 5. Mm-hmm. Then they beat Oak Ridge. They beat Delta by 1. And then they lost by single digits to Leopold in the championship on the consolation side. Yeah, I mean, it's trying to, kind of a similar thing. Inexperienced team, kind of trying to figure out a direction, I think. You mentioned Coach Shoemaker gone. Cole Diebold is a good player. Coach Corey Davis there trying to right the ship, trying to find the right direction. Hopefully that could happen here. It could be a matchup against Kelly where they might be able to turn things the right direction and see where things go. 14 seed Meadow Heights, 2-4. They're a Class 2 team as well. I mean, they're another team that they're 2-4, and they had one game where they won by 1 million points. I believe.
Yeah, it was Zalma. Yeah,
Zalma helps out the scoring average. Yeah. But I mean, they're a team that comes into the tournament averaging 65 points.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Meadow Heights. I couldn't find much about them, but I do know that I think they're pretty young as well. Right. I know they graduated like Caden Hayes a couple years ago. I mean, they've had some talent in the last couple of years, but I think they're kind of going through that rebuilding process right now. I mean, they lost to Marquand by 12 and Bismarck by 16. They lost to Delta by 30, but I mean, Delta's been kind of controlling things so far.
Yeah, you look at the roster, you said super young. I mean, 2 seniors on the roster, Mason Mayfield, John Bollinger. Only 3 juniors, Riley Smith, Isaiah Long, James Gonzalez. Only 5 upperclassmen.
Yeah.
They've got a big 9-man sophomore class, 6-man freshman class. So, this year might not be the time for Meadow Heights. Yeah. But, I mean, it's a team that's going to be building for the future, and hopefully in a couple of years you see them back in here. They're creeping up into those single digits.
For sure.
And then you get into the 15, Scott County Central. Another one for some of us older crowd. Sounds crazy. 15 seed, 1-5. Class 1, District 2. They're averaging 44 points a game. They're giving up 70.
Yeah.
It's been a rough early start here for Scott County.
Yeah, another team whose only win is against Alma. So, I mean, like you said, they're averaging about 45 points a game, allowing 70. They lost to this one surprised me the most. They lost to Bell City by, I think, 48, I think is what it says.
Yeah, they've lost to about a quarter of this field.
Yeah, Bell City, Kelly, Delta, Kelly again, and Chaffee. So, I mean, that right there, I mean, I think that's probably a big reason why they're seated so low. Yeah. I think they're led by Tyreek Jones, who averaged about 13.5 points a game, maybe 14. I mean, yeah, I don't know much about Scott County Central, but I do know that I think they're also going through a rebuilding process. And they lost to Delta by 51. So,
yeah, a couple kids coming back. Javante Thatch, Cameron Bean, who made some plays last year. But, yeah, it's definitely an uphill battle for them now for the Braves. And then finally, number 16, Oak Ridge, Class 2, District 4. I mean, they have 3 wins on the season.
Yeah, they're 3-6.
16 seed with 3 wins might be one of the most I've ever seen. I mean, they're averaging 50. They're only giving up 61 a game. They're coached by John Oldham, his first year as the head man there. The former head coach, Bryce Haas, now JV coach at Jackson. Bryce. Yeah, Oak Ridge, another team. They've won some games here, Landon. You know, obviously they're going to be the 16 seed. Things are probably not going to go well in the first round. Yeah. But, you know, another solid, very low ranked team here.
I think this might be one of the best 16 teams. I'm not even trying to.
Not even being disingenuous.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, I mean, I've
3
seen
wins for a 16 seed is incredible.
I mean, I've seen teams in the first round, like, I mean, I've seen I think Charleston when Rico Coleman was there. I mean, they were scoring 110 to like 5 against teams like Bell City. And I mean, you got Oak Ridge. I mean, they only lost to Delta, but this sounds crazy, but by 27. I mean, they only lost to Meadow Heights by 4. Yeah. I mean, they've lost to Woodland by 52, so I think that's probably a big reason why they're in this 16 spot. But they beat Bismarck, they beat Crystal City. I mean, they beat Eagle Ridge, which I don't think Eagle Ridge is
scored 99 against Eagle Ridge. So that's
scoring 99 points
is tough.
I mean, a 16 seed scoring 99 points. I don't think if you go back and look, I don't know if you'll ever see that.
Yes, it's wild. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're another team. They lost quite a few guys off last season's team that were pretty good players. Cohen Haas, guys like that. And they're another one similar to Meadow Heights, who a disproportionate amount of guys on the younger side on the roster. You know, 3 seniors in Dane Cox, Jaden McAllister, Cade Schilling, who expect to make an impact. Only 4 juniors, a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen, and you know, a group where, you know, I've heard positive things. Coach Oldham's getting things going where, you know, they're building that culture of discipline. Apparently, he's running a tight ship over there. So it's a team I hope to see, you know, make a leap off that 16 line.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think they're promising. I mean, like I said a while ago, them scoring 99 points as a 16 seed, that's unheard of. So,
so that's kind of the conclusion of the teams. And yeah, I mean, we talked about it. Like, the depth of this tournament is just so strong. Like, you've got a 16 seed that scored 99 points. You've got an 8 seed that is averaging 88 points and undefeated. You've got a 10 seed with, you know, guys like Nolan Fowler, Dane McMullen, and these kids out here. You got an 11 seed like Advanced, who's good, who's playing good basketball.
Good, solid team.
You know, the Rogers boys, and they've got all these kids that are playing well. I mean, this is a deep field, so it's gonna be tough here. I mean, we're gonna make some predictions. We're gonna be wrong about a lot of predictions.
For sure,
I'm the worst at making predictions.
My March Madness brackets are never pretty good.
I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible at fantasy football.
Yeah, me too.
So we'll see how this goes. So, I mean, we'll start first round, start top of the bracket. If you're watching, listening along, and play along with us here. I mean, 1 seed Jackson, obviously pencil into the second round. But I mean, jump straight in, 8-9 game. I mean, where's your head at there? I mean, Delta coming off the win over Leopold. That's kind of where I'm leaning.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Delta as well. I mean, I think Leopold could keep it close early. I just think Delta, I mean, it seems like they can score, 100 points in a game. So I think the bigger court might hurt their transition offense a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. But I know that SEMO's court is a little bit harder to play on, so maybe they won't score 100 points in the first round. But I mean, you could still see them score 75, 80 points against Leopold. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm expecting a big output. 9 p.m. game.
That's a fun one.
We'll check it out. I expect a pretty big crowd there late in the night, so it'll be a fun one.
I know I'll be there.
I might be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be calling games. All right? I'll be there at 9 a.m. We'll see if I'm still there.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. We'll TBD. TBD on if I make it 12 hours day one. So keep going down the line. 4-13 Notre Dame, Oran. You know, Oran winless right now. Notre Dame has their fair share of issues, but I'm leading Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame will take care of business, and I think Oran will have quite a few problems with the matchup zone.
Yeah. In the same next line, 5-12 game, I've got Charleston winning that. Charleston is a feast or famine team at times. You know, they can put up a ton of points. They can look really, really good. They can struggle for stretches. But against Kelly, I think either way, they're going to come out with a win.
I agree. I think it might be closer than people think. I don't think it'll be an absolute blowout. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Charleston won by 20 plus, but I could also see Kelly keeping it within 10 to 15 points as well, honestly.
Yeah. Then another one, Woodland taking on Scott County, a 1-win Scott County team. Woodland, who's another team that we might be on triple digits watch.
I think Woodland might score 100 points. I don't know if Jackson will. I think Woodland probably will score 100 points in this game.
So, Woodland, you can pencil in. And then you get a rematch here, 7-10. They played each other in a championship over at Oran. Bell City Chaffee, I mean, we talked about it. Both they match up pretty well size-wise. You've got Bell City in that game took a pretty sizable early lead. They played nasty defense. They it gave Chaffee a lot of problems and still won by double digits. Where's your head at? You gonna go Chaffee? You gonna go Bell City?
My head's want me to say Chaffee, but I think my guts tell me to go with Bell City. It's hard to beat a team twice, but I just think Bell City's defense is just too good. Yeah. I think this game might come down to the wire. I mean, 7:30 game.
This could be This could be the closest game.
I think this might be a five point or less game, and I think I'm gonna go Bell City here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say Chaffee, but
am I gonna stray? Am I gonna pick an upset here?
I know that's what I was looking at. I don't know if any other upset would happen in the first round.
How do I want to go? You know what? I'm gonna go Chaffee.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Chaffee. As you see, I'm literally writing it down right now. This is the one decision I couldn't make. I'm gonna go Chaffee. I'm gonna be a believer in lights or bright Fowler and McMullen combo. I think that might be it. But Bell City could suffocate them and win by 10, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, either way. I mean,
bottom part of the bracket: Cape Central, Meadow Heights. Cape has had problems. They're on they're struggling right now. They're down. They're on a losing streak. This is a chance for them to have a get right opportunity. Yeah. Meadow Heights, obviously, they're going to be profoundly favorites, but this is where you got to try to maybe establish some positive momentum, get some of these young guys going the right direction. Guys like Jaden Johnson have looked good at times. He can hit shots. Goliath Morris Young can score 30 in this game if you want to.
Yeah.
Now, do you do that maybe to lean on it, to maybe get a good lead?
Yeah.
But I want to see them, get Landon Coney going, get Josie Seaball going, get Greg Nesbitt, get all these other guys going a little bit.
For sure. I think that I've heard from some people that have played. I've never played at the Show Me Center, but I have heard from some people that the lighting's different and everything. So it's just kind of like, it's just hard to shoot there.
It's hard to shoot in a huge gym like that, especially like you're playing high school basketball in Southeast Missouri. Like you're playing in a lot of small gyms.
I mean, you're used to that wall right behind the goal, and so now you're seeing either fans or those seats that are right there. Yeah. The depth perception is definitely a lot different. So, I mean, like you said, getting those freshmen going early for them, I mean, that'll probably get their confidence up. If they make 3 or 4 threes in that first game, I mean, going into that second, third game could really help them out for sure.
Right. And then Scott City Advance final game. It could be a good game. Advance is solid. I think they could hang around, but I do think Scott City is going to probably come away with a big win.
Yeah, I think Scott City will win by 25, 30 plus.
Yeah. So we'll move in. We'll go back to the top of the bracket on the winner's side. And then we can talk about the consolation side. Actually, you know what? Let's start there. Let's look at the consolation side. We don't have to get super in-depth. Who do you like winning all those rounds on all those games day 2 that you've got?
I think Leopold wins that game. I do think Oak Ridge might keep it close for a little bit, but I think Leopold will pull away probably by 20 plus. Orion Kelly, I think, will be a really good game, honestly. I think that Kelly probably will pull away with it, but I think Orion could. I wouldn't be surprised if Orion ends up winning that game. The consolation championships, I mean, you never know who's going to win that game, those games. I think Kelly will win that one. I think Chaffee handles Scott County Central easily. And then I think Advance beats Meadow Heights pretty easily as well. Yeah. Going back to Leopold, or do you want to keep going?
And then I've got, I the one change was obviously I had Bell City beating Chaffee. Yeah. And so, I've got Bell City advancing. Yeah. Bell City, once again, Advance is going to be tough. They're on the bottom part of the bracket, whoever they play, Chaffee or Bell City. But I would have, if Bell City is there, I do think they're going to get to the consolation final. And out of the top part, you mentioned, Kelly Leopold could be an interesting ball game.
Yeah.
I'll lean Leopold
The same.
as of right now, and then for me it'd be Leopold, Bell City, and I think Bell City would be the one coming away.
So I have Leopold Chaffee, and I'm gonna say Chaffee. So basically, whoever loses that game, I think will win the consolation championship. Yeah. But
I definitely agree with you there. So going back over to the winner's side, Jackson Delta. I mean, it's a game where if you said, it's a Class 1 school. If Delta won, it'd be a crazy upset in a way. But Delta's a good team. Delta's a very good 8 seed. I do think Jackson's going to win.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Delta scores 88 points a game. That is true. But Jackson's defense is the best in the tournament.
No, yeah. I mean,
it's the best in the tournament by a wide margin.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a size advantage across a lot of positions. Jackson, they have obviously a John Ernst inside who's 6'8". But outside of that, I mean, just good positional length. Jory Toma is a phenomenal athlete, 6 foot plus. Will Thomas is a 6'2", 6'3" point guard. Ty Forrest, decent size. Oliver Drum, good size on the wing. Drew has, good wingspan. So, yeah, I mean, I think Delta could cause problems. There's a world in which Jackson turns the ball over too much.
Yeah, for sure.
Jackson turns the ball over too much. That is their one Achilles heel.
Yeah.
They lost to Sykeston by 8, and they had
21
turnovers, I think, in the ball game.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was still an 8-point ball game. They turned it over too much. The games they've won, they've turned it over too much. So
I mean, Jackson held Delta, or not Delta, Sykeston to what, 57?
Yeah, 55.
55. I mean, I don't think Delta scores as much as I think they might keep them under 55 as well, 55, 60 points. Yeah. I mean, if Jackson held Sykeston that low, I don't see how
if you tell me this
Delta-
is a 30-point game as well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right, I agree. I mean, I think a lot of Delta fans especially will probably get ahead of themselves, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think that they see those point totals and be like, oh, wow, we might hang with Jackson, but Jackson's defense, like you said, is far and beyond the best defense in this tournament.
Yeah.
So I don't see. Yeah.
So Notre Dame Charleston. Where's your head out there? What do you think? That's going to be the last game of the night on day 2, 9 p.m. Should be a big one. Okay, my first precursor there is I don't ever like watching these teams play each other.
I don't either.
Because last year
I know exactly what you just said.
I did play-by-play for this game, and that was the worst experience of my life.
What was it, like 25-23 final score or something like that?
Yeah, I think there was like an offensive explosion at the end. I think Notre Dame got to like 33 points.
Oh, okay.
It's like 33-26. You talk. I want to find this.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think these teams already played once, and Notre Dame beat them. I don't know. I think Notre Dame wins this game as well, but this is a game where you might flip a coin and be like, Charleston win this game. Notre Dame might win this game. I think Notre Dame will probably control the tempo of the game. I think Notre Dame will probably win, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Charleston won this game as well.
39-26. I wanted to stab my eyes.
It's a barn burner.
I hated every second of it. Neither team could make a layup.
Yeah, that was bad.
It's like, that was a great defense. It was the worst offense I've ever watched. Yeah, I mean, this is – I don't want to be reductive, but this feels like whichever team makes the most threes is probably going to win.
I think Notre Dame does that. Honestly. I think Charleston has one or two guys that can make a bunch of threes, but I think Notre Dame has more.
I will lean Notre Dame as well. That's just because I'm a little bit of a homer of the fact that I really like those young kids from Notre Dame, and so I'm going to lean them. But Charleston is older, more experienced. Trayshawn Shandon is one of the best individual players in the tournament. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, I mean, he can just go for 30. He could hit 6, 7 threes himself. He's going to be a problem. But I'll give Notre Dame the advantage. But like we've talked about a few times, some of these teams, they've already seen each other, and that's always tough to try to rematch a team you've seen 2 weeks ago. So, moving down, bottom half of the bracket, Woodland, Chaffee. I like Chaffee a lot for me. You have Bell City here. I like Bell City a lot if they're here. But I think Woodland's on a different level.
Yeah, I think Woodland wins this game by 30 plus, I think. I mean, I don't see – I mean, you have Chaffee. I have Bell City there. I mean, Bell City lost to Bernie, who Woodland beat by 12. I think they lost him by 30, so I make it be a 35, 40-point game. Yeah, no, Woodland's really What's crazy is we're talking about Jackson Chalk a while ago. I'm pretty sure he comes off the bench.
Does he not start?
I don't think he started. I know the first game he came off the bench. Other than that, I haven't watched the recent games, but I know the first game he came off the bench and had 23 points. I can't remember now. I watched the Dexter game. I genuinely can't remember. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he might come off the bench, but I mean, he might give him 30 points off the bench.
Yeah, he's still going to play like 25 plus minutes, 28 minutes.
Right.
And then the bottom one, Landon, Cape Scott City. So, look, I'm just going to tell everybody right now. I'm going to have two separate brackets in my mind. if Tyshaundre Edwards is magically playing and magically healthy, I have reason to believe he won't be. But if he is healthy, if he's playing, I think they'll beat Scott City.
I agree. If Tyshaundre plays, Cape wins. If he doesn't,
if Tyshaundre's not there, which we're going to work under the assumption that he's
not.
That's
yeah.
the road we live in right now.
Yeah.
He's not playing. He hasn't played.
I'm going to go
no
Scott
Tyshaundre
City.
Edwards. I'm going to go Scott City.
And I don't think it's going to be genuinely close at all.
I know. It's just crazy in my brain to say that.
I know.
I feel like it can only be close just because it feels right.
Right.
I mean, the Scott City guards are just so good.
I think that Cape will defend well, but I just think.
I think it could be lower scoring.
Yeah, I think it might be
But,
50 to 40 game, something like that.
I'm going to lean Scott City.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, sets up some interesting matchups
Mm-hmm.
across the board. I mean, let's quickly take a peek over at the fifth place bracket. Fifth place bracket is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So fifth place bracket, if I can say that. If you have Delta losing, you've got a Delta versus we both have a Charleston Delta matchup. Could be Delta Notre Dame. I mean, you want to talk about some fan support that's going to be violently in favor of Delta, whoever they play there.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. So Delta Charleston, this is a completely different matchup now. What do you think about Delta Charleston?
I think that could be a coin flip. I think Charleston could run. They're both going to be fast. I mean, they could both score 90 points. They could both score 40 points. I mean, I think that I really do not know with this game. I think I want to lean Delta really bad because I think Delta's offense is legit.
Yeah.
But I mean, Charleston's Charleston, and they could get hot from three and keep it close.
Yeah.
I really don't know what this game.
Delta, I respect you. I appreciate you. I think they're very good at basketball. I do not want to be labeled a hater because I do think they're good, and I think they could win this game. But I'm just going to pick Charleston.
I'm going to go Delta. I'm going to go Delta just to be different.
I just don't. It's just hard for my brain. I'm just going to pick Charleston.
I get it. I'm going to go Delta just because I think their offense is going to. I don't know. I think their offense is going to be. I think the fans are going to get into it, like you said. I think Delta's going to have some fun and beat Charleston. I think they're going to beat Charleston, honestly.
And then for me, it's Chaffee, Cape. You have Bell City, Cape.
Which
What do you
both
think
games.
if Bell City and Cape play each other, Landon, who do you think's going to win that game?
I think Cape will win, but I think Goliath will probably have 40 to 45 points. I don't know if that's an that's probably a little bit of over exaggeration. He'll probably have 30 points, and I would not be surprised one bit. I don't know if anybody on Bell City can stop Goliath. Honestly,
Tough. They have kids with decent size, but yeah, the question is, if Caleb Richardson gets in foul trouble, it could go downhill. Conversely, the other way, if
Goliath gets in foul trouble, I mean,
things could get
Bell City could have some.
very dicey.
Yeah.
For me, I have Chaffee, Cape, where I think Cape is going to win that ball game. I mean, a lot of it predicated on the fact that I'm hoping Cape's guards get going because I want to see them get better. I want to see this team be improved with or without Tyshaundre.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that for me sets up Charleston Cape, which if that's the case, I'm going to pick Charleston to win the game. I like where Charleston's at. They've got good guards. They have decent size. If there is no Tyshaundre, I just think they're the better team right now.
Yeah, and then I have Delta Cape, and honestly, I think Delta wins this game. Which
I mean that's not crazy whatsoever.
I mean, I think whoever wins that top game probably wins the ball
situation where
game.
Tyshaundre will score 40 and it's close.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I agree. I don't know if anybody on Delta can stop Goliath.
No.
I mean, I think Delta could also score 80 points. Well, I don't know. Cape has really good defense too, though. So I mean,
because you always got to think about like Cape is still a Class 5 school, and they've got Class 5 like athletes.
Yeah. I mean, I think
like a Breon Clemens that can guard anybody on Delta, or a guy like Josie Seaball who can guard anybody on Delta.
I might be getting ahead of myself with these Delta picks, but I mean, I really think Delta's the team to watch.
Very high on Delta. That's fine. Delta's fun.
They are, and they have not lost a game yet. I think that they're averaging 88 points a game.
Yeah, we have no proof. We don't have any proof that they can lose.
Right. Exactly. I mean, them and Woodland are the only two teams that can't lose in this tournament.
There's no reason to believe that they will ever lose a basketball.
That's true, and they might score 100 points every game.
So we're in the semifinals. Jackson, Notre Dame up top. SEMO Conference rivalry. Every year they play each other 2-3 times. Bottom part of the bracket, Woodland, Scott City. Scott City lives in the gulag, being matched up against Woodland year after year. Everywhere they go, they see his face, and it's Woodland, and Woodland is beating them.
I think in that third place game last year, I think Scott City was up by 20. And I looked up about 5 minutes later, and Woodland was up by 5.
Yeah.
I mean, it was honestly crazy to watch.
Yeah, I want to go back. So in that game, it was 81-76. Woodland won. And then, you scroll down. They faced off again.
In the district championship.
In the Class 3 District 2 title.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who it was. Was it Layton? It was one of these kids. Drove down, full court, length of the floor, 3 seconds on the clock, just dribbled straight down the floor, shot a layup to win.
I think it was Lane Lee sounds right. I'm not sure.
50-49.
Yeah.
Woodland broke Scott City's heart again.
Yeah.
I mean, which one do you want to talk about first? Go for it.
I'll do Jackson Notre Dame first because I think this one's going to be easier for me. I think Jackson wins this game. I think if Notre Dame shoots the lights out, they can keep it close. But I think Jackson will honestly handle their business well. I mean, I think Jackson wins this game by 10 at least.
If Notre Dame stays in it, it's because they're hitting threes.
Yeah.
They're forcing turnovers. Because they showed in that Charleston game in the SEMO conference the ability to get up, play full court, and make things difficult. And they went on a big run. They hit 3 threes or 4 threes and 4 consecutive possessions in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is another thing, right? Jackson defense, I think they're just going.
Yeah, I think
they're going to be able to swallow up some of these kids a little bit, and I just think maybe Notre Dame next year, if we could put that team against the Jackson team, it could be a lot more competitive.
Yeah,
it could be a very good game. But right now, where both these teams are at, I think this is a Jackson.
I just think Notre Dame has less experience as well. Maybe
yeah, for sure.
And I can't say much about Jackson because they did lose 4 starters.
They lost a ton. But at the same time, it's still sophomores against juniors and seniors a lot of times, and also Notre Dame doesn't really have anything inside for John Ernst.
You're right. I mean, yeah, I don't see it.
And I mean, it's going to be a lot of they could be doubling him, things like that. But when teams double John Ernst, Jackson has a lot of success.
And I just don't think if Jackson doesn't turn the ball over, I don't see any of. I mean, it's going to be easy for Jackson to win this game if they don't turn it over.
And then, on the bottom part, Woodland, Scott City. I'm sorry, Scott City. Another year. Yeah. Woodland going to win.
They are. They really are.
They're going to win.
The Woodland's going to win. I mean.
But if they don't, I'd be very happy for you, Scott City.
Yeah.
This sucks. You guys just keep having to play Woodland. And they just keep beating you in depressing ways. This could be a good matchup.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Scott City looks good.
They do.
They've got dudes. They got guys that can shoot. They got guys that can defend. They got good size. They're going to be bigger than Woodland.
They are going to be bigger than Woodland.
But right now, just Woodland finds ways to win. They found a way to win against Dexter. I think Dexter's a pretty good team. And so it could be another 1-possession, 2-possession game.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to lean Woodland right now.
I just think Woodland will speed them up a little too much. I think Scott City's going to want to play their game and run their plays, but I think Woodland's just going to be like, you're playing my way, and that way is going to be shooting a lot of three-pointers, playing fast. And I don't know if I think Scott City will keep up with them, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think they really will end up keeping up with them. But like you said, if Scott City does beat them, I wouldn't also be surprised. Woodland can have a cold night like they did against Dexter, and Scott City could be lights out. Max Snyder could make 7 threes, and Scott City wins by 10.
Yeah.
So, I think Woodland will win, though.
I think Woodland will win, and it sets up third place game. Notre Dame, Scott City.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think Notre Dame wins.
Think Notre Dame over Scott City?
Honestly, yeah. It's going to be – I think that'll also be a really close game. I do think Notre Dame wins, though. I think that Notre Dame – this is a really well matched up game. I think Scott City beat them as a 12 seed 2 years ago, maybe a 12-5 game. I think Scott City beat them last year as well. They did beat them last year.
They beat them last year. Yeah.
So I think Notre Dame will get the monkey off their back, and I think that Notre Dame will win this game. Mm-hmm. But I think it would be. I would not be surprised if Scott City won this game as well.
Yeah, they got blown out by Scott City last year, and that's the game, right? The Max Snyder.
Max Snyder had 8 threes. Yeah,
they won 80-63 last year in this ball game, and.
Now I'm changing my pick. I want Scott City.
Yeah, I was going to pick Scott City.
I'm going to pick Scott City.
Just because, Scott City's more experienced. Right now, I like the young guards in Notre Dame. I like Cole Adams a lot. Mm-hmm. I think Cole Adams is going to be on the all-tournament team. That's not something we're really talking about picking here today, but I think he's going to be on the all-tournament team. He's a kid who scored 30. He averaged 20-something for the SEMO Conference Tournament probably. He averaged 20 for the SEMO Conference Tournament. he's a very, very good basketball player. I like the kids behind him. You know, I like the young guys. I like Braden Robert. You know, I like Farrow, and I like Herbst, and I like all these kids. And Rubel's a really, really good long athletic kid. And but yeah, Scott City, I'm just leaning a little bit. They just got a little bit more experience, and I think it's going to be a good game. I think it could be closer than it was last year, but I'm going to lean Scott City.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a 25-point game, but I think Scott City will win.
And then championship, we both got the same thing. Jackson Woodland. This is your worst night.
This tears my heart. I already ran this in the girls' Christmas tournament, so this is round 2 of this.
This is your worst nightmare, Landon. Graduating from Jackson, working at Woodland,
employed at Woodland.
You're gonna wear like the split Donna Kelsey.
I'm gonna have to. I mean, they're both red, so maybe I'll just wear like a plain red shirt.
Red and black.
Yeah, I mean, I can't go wrong there.
So yeah, I mean, this is the game everybody wants to see, and this is another example. The only people going to be rooting for Jackson are Jackson fans.
100%.
And so it's going to be a massive Woodland advantage in crowd support. It's going to be Woodland's going to come in doing the whole like us against the world thing. And it's going to be, they're going to give Jackson their best shot. What do you see here? What's your what do you think? What do you call?
I think this would be a lot like the game against Scott City last year for Jackson. I think it'll be very, very similar to that game. I think Jackson will be in control of it, but I think that Woodland will keep it close throughout the entire game. The only reason I'm leaning towards Jackson, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not. I'm leaning towards Jackson just because they have the experience. Woodland's going to be so hyped up coming into this game. Like you said, it's going to be their mindset of Woodland against the world. Woodland wants to prove themselves. I love Coach Kinder over there. I love Corbin Kinder. This hurts me to do. I think Jackson wins just because of their experience, and nobody's going to be able to guard John Ertz in the post. I really don't believe that. And I think Jackson's defense will. The only way Woodland wins this game is if Jackson has 20 turnovers. I did it against Sykeston, and that would not surprise me if Woodland won this game. If Woodland speeds them up, turns the ball over a lot, I think Jackson will lose to Woodland, but I don't see that happening. I think Jackson will keep their composure, especially off the tournament win last year. I think Jackson goes back-to-back.
This is going to be interesting looking at matchups, right? So John Ernst is going to be 6 inches taller than anybody on the team. Now, that doesn't mean everything, right? They're going to be super physical, and Coach Kinder is going to Coach Kinder is a phenomenal coach, especially when it comes to like individual game planning matchups. He is going to whatever he draws up. It's going to be very, very tough. I think for Ernst. I mean, they could be going a zone, which that's what I would be doing here. Jackson can hit shots, but they've not shown the ability to consistently hit shots at from the outside at a high level. You've got guys like a Toma, like a Thomas, like a Forrest that can shoot. But once again, they've never really shown like, hey, this is how we're going to play basketball. They've never really had to do that really at this point in the season. So I really think they're going to pack it in. They're going to make it just ungodly difficult to get in the paint, which is what Jackson wants to do. They want to, whether it's Ernst on the block and he gets doubled, and you've got Will Thomas cutting, and you've got Forrest cutting, Toma cutting. All these kids score at the rim really, really well. That's what Jackson wants to do. They want to get it inside from every angle and score around the rim. And then on the other side, Woodland is a team that can beat you from the three-point line. They, Jackson's shot can get as hot as anybody. Corbin Kinder is just purely as talented as anybody. Leighton can hit shots as good as anybody. And, they've got guys that have moved up this year off of a very, very good JV team from a year ago as well, that are providing a little bit more depth even. I mean, they lose a guy like Lane Lee, who is, phenomenal guard. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a heck of a game. Yeah, they're going to pack it in, I think, and they're going to make it difficult for Jackson. Can Jackson not turn it over, like you said?
Right.
Can they, if they get a lead, can they sit on the lead and actually play with the lead, which they have not shown the ability to do at times.
Right.
They got a double-digit lead against Poplar Bluff, blew it. Bluff led by 3, but Jackson turned around and won the game. They had a 15, 16, 7-point lead against Dexter, blew it. Dexter was leading by 5 with like 2 minutes left in the game. Jackson found a way to win. They're playing with fire. They had a game against Sykeston where they got it to a 2-possession game about 75 times.
Yeah, and just kept they were right on the cusp.
And they would turn the ball over, and Sykeston go shoot a layup or 3 or something. Get an and one, and they could just never get over the hump there against an elite team. Now they're playing a Woodland team. I mean, the Woodland this is Woodland's year, right?
It is.
Woodland's going to win the Christmas tournament. This is the year they're going to do it. But I'm a homer. I'm going to pick Jackson. So that's kind of how that goes.
I really wouldn't be surprised if Woodland won. I really wouldn't.
I'm going to pick Jackson to win because I'm a homer. And he can't be a homer, but I can be a homer. I graduated from Jackson. I don't work anywhere. Nobody pays me here, so I can say whatever I want.
I love every kid on Woodland's roster that goes to Woodland School District.
Corbin Kinder, I mean, just pure one of the best kids to watch.
He's a great kid, too. He is. He's an awesome kid.
You can't ignore just his story in life. Jackson Shock. I love Jackson Shock. I watched Jackson Shock shoot hilarious shots and just drain shots in people's face in JV basketball and like get teed up in JV basketball. He was one of the funniest, most entertaining players I've ever watched in Jackson JV basketball history. He would be like 2 for 15 and they'd be losing by like 7 with 2 minutes left and he'd go hit like 4 threes. And it was the most fun experience ever. I can't wait till Jackson Shock's on the varsity. And then he moved to Woodland. He's going to be in this game. And it sounds crazy. The way he plays could really determine this game.
Yeah.
If this is a Jackson Shock is like 6 for 8 shooting threes, this could be a Woodland win.
Yeah.
If he puts too much pressure on himself and he's like 1 for 12, this could be a Jackson win.
Which I think, if you look at last year's schedule when they played Dexter in the SCAA championship, he got teed up in the first 5 minutes of that game, I think, and they lost by 30. So I like you said, it's going to depend on how he plays and how he composes himself. If he's well composed, which I hope he is, because I hope both teams' best players play against each other. If he's not, and he gets in foul trouble, or he just gets a tech for some reason, Jackson could run away with this one.
And it'll be interesting. I mean, if it comes down to a close game, I mean, both teams have good free throw shooters. Shock is a good free throw shooter. Kinder's a very good free throw shooter. Layton's a very good free throw shooter.
Huge free throws the other day against Dexter.
I mean, they hit clutch free throw after clutch free throw after clutch free throw late in that ball game. They hit clutch shots, right? Kinder hit a big 3, I think, late in the ball game. Yeah, I mean, once again, I'm going to pick Jackson just because, like, I want to, but
I picked Jackson as well, but
Woodland's very good. It's going to be very fun.
Yeah.
I hope it's a great game. And, yeah, I mean,
there'll be a lot of people
free
there.
Throw line, like I mentioned, John Ernst is a good free throw shooter. Will Thomas is a good free throw shooter. Jory Thomas is an up and down free throw shooter. He came in to, like a week ago, shooting like 40%. He shot better. It's weird. I mean, I think the kid was shooting like threes better than he was shooting free throws.
Doesn't surprise me.
I mean, part of it, I think, it might just be like trying to figure it out from football still, things like that, playing his way back into basketball shape.
Ty Forrest, pretty good free throw shooter.
Ty Forrest is a good free throw shooter. And that's what you got. Their best players have to play well for both teams. Whichever team win, your best players are going to have to play well. But then the X factor, obviously, is going to be those, that getting that third, that fourth option doing something. Or, is this the John Ernst game?
Right.
He's 6'8". He has never had yet at the varsity level one of these games where it's just like, I'm unguardable, I'm about to score, score on you. If he can stay out of foul trouble, too.
Yeah.
Other times, it's hard, I mean, he's in a tough spot. He's 4, 5, 6, 7 inches taller than the people he's guarding a lot of times. And that inherently kind of screws you over at times playing defense, right? And you're going to things are going to look bad because you're just so much bigger than people. If you get an offensive rebound, it's going to get caught over the back. If you, whatever. If you can slide his feet really well, but, people don't anticipate it, that a guy this big can move this well. And it's like they call a close foul on a block here, there, things like that. If he can stay out of foul trouble, is also going to be huge, huge, huge in these close ball games in a game against a Woodland.
Mm-hmm.
If he can stay out of foul trouble, I think Jackson wins. If Jackson can get around the bucket and score inside, I think they're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, they got to be able to do that. I mean, that Dexter game also where they had a huge lead, they shot like 60% in the first quarter. They shot 20% the last 3 quarters of the game. They turned it over a ton. They shot 28% for the game.
Mm-hmm. They
found a way to win. And that outside, like I'm joking a little bit about me being, I'm not joking about being homeless, but I'm joking a little bit about that being the reason. In the end, I'm going to give it to Jackson because of their ability that they've shown to pull things out. And I think they have a hair of an advantage as far as just size, whatever basketball goes. I think they have a little bit of an advantage. And just their ability to pull out games where things start going against them.
Good teams find a way to win.
They start slipping away against Bluff, start slipping away against Dexter, and then they found a way to win. So that's kind of where it leads me. Jackson winning. Scott City, I have them getting 3rd.
Yep.
Charleston getting 5th, and I have Bell City getting 9th.
And I got Delta getting 5th and Chaffee getting 9th, and Jackson getting 1st, Scott City getting 3rd. So,
but yeah, I mean, Landon, I'm excited.
I am too. I think this is going to be a very, very fun tournament, and I'm going to be there for probably every single day.
Yeah, Landon will be there. Go find Landon. Tell him how wrong he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't tell me.
Go tell me that Delta's going to lose in the first round of Leopold.
I'm bad at predicting things, so I take that. I take that for what it is.
If Delta loses to Leopold in the first round, my bracket would be
oh no, light it on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a fun tournament, man. I'm excited. I'm very high on this year's tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be a lot of good games. I think there's going to be a lot of close games. And I've said it 1,000 times. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say it on air all week long. This is the deepest tournament that I can recall.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure. How do you think A-Corp streaming is going to affect the tournament and the crowd situation?
It's a good question. Some people might stay home, but I don't know. Come out to the game.
Yeah, I think watching a game in person is the best thing to do for a sporting event.
And I get it. The first half of the day, Jackson's going to maybe give up like 10 points to Oak Ridge.
Right.
That's going to stink. Woodland's probably going to beat Scott Central by 80. Cape is probably going to beat Meadow Heights like
by 40, 50.
65 to 20.
Yeah.
That's going to be ugly. And then Notre Dame is probably going to beat Oran by 35, 40. And that's going to stink. I get that.
Mm-hmm. That's second
half. It's the day
half.
after Christmas. If you're a fan of those teams, come.
Yeah.
Provide a little bit of a crowd. That's my only thing. Those early games, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I get that.
As a player who played at Jackson, you're just playing in a gigantic silent gym.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
It is.
Somebody come make noise. I get it. Nobody wants to come the day after Christmas, 9 o'clock in the morning, blah, blah, blah.
But yeah, when you get
Coach
to that.
Scott actually, fun fact, Coach Scott used to make us lift weights before our first round games.
Really?
Tournament. We'd come to the gym at like 6:30 in the morning. We would have a full, like, intense workout. We'd have a basketball practice, and then we'd go play our game.
I mean, hey.
Because we were going to win by
Right.
75. So come watch first day, because the second half of the day
is phenomenal.
You've got a decent Kelly squad, a 5-12 game. And then after that, you got a good Advance. You have a very good 7-10 game at 7:30 between Bell City Chaffee. And you've got a very interesting 8-9 game, Delta Leopold. And second day, come show out. We're going to have an interesting side of the bracket. And then that second day on the winter side, every game is going to be close. Yeah. So interesting.
For sure.
So fun. Come out, come check it out, come provide a big atmosphere. There's plenty of seats.
For sure.
The Show Me Center's big.
That Jackson Woodland game, if it ends up being Jackson Woodland, I promise you the players will feed off of the fans. So come out and watch. Yeah, wear red, because even if you're not a fan of those teams, I guarantee, like, if you don't like Jackson, root for Woodland. If you don't like Woodland, root for Jackson. I mean, like, just come out, support. I mean, I think A-Corp streaming is good for the people that can't be there.
I mean, I'm going to enjoy it. So, awesome. Caleb Deloach, personal aside here. My daughter, bad timing by me personally. I'll take all responsibility. My daughter was born on the 27th of December. So I'm sorry, Meredith. Sorry for the fact that your birthday is 2 days after Christmas. And also, I would never be able to call a basketball game on the 27th of my life. So,
Happy early birthday to Meredith.
Happy early birthday, Meredith. Also, yes, so I won't be there at all on day 2, so I will be watching all the games. Or, if you want to listen to myself, if you haven't listened to me enough now, for the last hour and a half, the 2 people listening to this still, I will be calling, and myself, Cody Hinkabine, who does Jackson games with me, Ryan Winkler, who does Cape games, and then Joe Bob Cameron, who does Sykeston games. The 4 of us will combine to call every game of the tournament. All 26 games will be on 104.7 The Bridge. Check us out online in your cars, if you're driving around. Listen to yours truly. I'll provide the most in-depth 39 to 36 analysis of that 5th place game that I ever did in my entire life. So listen in if you want to. I don't blame you if you don't. Listen in if you want to listen to more of myself talk 104.7 The Bridge. They'll be streaming the games on ACORP if you want to watch them. I understand that as well. Just don't.
Come watch the kids. They have fun with it.
Come watch the kids. Come watch the games. I was going to say it's cold outside. It's going to be 75 degrees.
Yeah, it'll be 70
Ignore
degrees.
the fact that it's going to be beautiful weather. Go inside a gym. That's where you want to be.
That's right.
Go watch basketball. It's the best time of year.
That's right.
And, yeah, Landon, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun getting you on here. As always, I always make the comment. Any coaches listening, watching, hit me up. You can come be on the show. Talk baseball, football, soccer, tennis, track, whatever you want to talk about.
I would love to talk some baseball in the spring.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a pretty good. We're gonna surprise a lot of people in the spring. A lot of the basketball players, maybe not the ones that play quite a bit, but the younger guys. I mean, I think I have 2 seniors and 1 junior coming. So and that I had in the fall. I think Jackson Shocks and Corbin Kinder are both going to play baseball. Possibly, if you're listening to this, please come play baseball. But if they don't, we'll have 2 seniors and 1 junior probably. And other than that, I mean, like you're talking about. Sorry, this is kind of going back to, but Woodland talking about how they didn't really have size. I mean, they have a 6'5", 6'6" kid on their bench who's a sophomore.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know if he does play. Nolan, I'm sorry if you don't play, but I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete. I think they have a lot of phenomenal athletes. I mean, Colton Jordan, who's going to be our best player this spring, also plays basketball, and he not a scorer, but he will run you up and down the court as much as possible. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Go watch some baseball.
Go watch some Woodland baseball.
Go watch Woodland
please.
baseball. Go watch Landon coach baseball.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look up Woodland baseball in Missourian. Have a lot of fun this spring.
Yeah, so thank you, Landon, for joining me once again. As always, like, subscribe, hit me up in the DMs if I get anything wrong. I do that a lot.
Which, yeah, I know I got some things wrong too. Like I think I said at one time that Woodland lost to Dexter by 30 last year. It's actually Puxico. So sorry about that.
It's fine. Message Landon, tell him he's wrong. Don't message me. Message Landon, tell him how wrong he is. All complaints, send them to Landon.
Send them to me, yeah.
Landon Watkins, he's taking all my complaints. Yeah, thank you. As always, I do it so you guys know more about these kids. They're the ones sweating and working hard, and the coaches are the ones spending the day after Christmas away from their family, coaching games and things like that, practicing the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve, things like that. So it's all about those guys and girls, and they're the ones working hard. I'm just sitting here and I get the fortunate ability to talk about it. So thank y'all as always, watching, listening. Like I said, check us out. Social media, Exit 99 Sports, wherever you want to. We're there. Like, subscribe, follow along. And yeah, we'll keep you updated online. Yeah.
I do just want to say one more thing real quick. As a fan of the show, thank you for doing this because it gives us something to look forward to. I mean, there's not a lot of Southeast Missouri sports talk around the area. Yeah. And I think, thank you for doing a phenomenal job, especially like the Jackson, Saxony, Notre Dame, and Cape. Yeah. I think you do a phenomenal job with that. So thank you very much for, every sport too, wrestling, doesn't matter, swimming. I know nothing about swimming, so sorry about that. But
I can't even swim.
I hardly can. So, thank you for doing that. I know the kids really appreciate it. I know, like my mom listened to it the other day after you talked about the SEMO Conference Girls Tournament. Oh, yeah. So, she enjoys listening to it. So, I know she sent it to like everybody because I think you mentioned my sister. So I think she sent it to everybody she knows at her work and everything. So thank you again for doing this. And thank you for having me again.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. His sister's 94 feet, defender, beast. But anyway, thank you guys. Watching, listening, as always. Appreciate you. We will, once again, for like the 2 of you that are still listening, this is 8 hours long. I'm going to take a break. I won't do another show until after the Christmas tournament's over with, so I can talk about the entire thing. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to wait till it's all the way done, talk about the entire thing, recap the entire thing, catch up for all the sports we've missed since the last show I did, all the way through whatever it'll be, whenever the next show comes out, maybe the January 1st, 2nd, sometime like that. So be looking out for that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.